As an open source tool, mParticle Smartype can deliver powerful data quality benefits to any engineering team responsible for collecting customer data across multiple touchpoints, regardless of where that data is being sent. In this video, we're going to look at how to use Smartype to send user events to Firebase, a popular service from Google that provides a NoSQL database where our user event objects can be stored. To quickly recap where we left off in our video on Smartype Generate, we imported a JSON schema into the root of our project describing a view product event and containing the properties product name, product price, product category, and product availability. Each of these properties contained a type key, which specifies a data type for the value. We then initialized Smartype in our project, told it where to find our schema in a configuration file, and ran the generate command. Smartype then translated this JSON schema into a TypeScript library with validation against the data types we specified, ready to be imported into our project. We then imported this library into our project's main TypeScript file and created a strongly typed view product message inside of a click listener where we dynamically populated each parameter of this method with data corresponding to the product the user clicked on. Finally, we verified that the data types inside of this view product object were correct by logging it to the console. The next step in the data collection implementation would be to send it to a destination where it can persist in your company's data infrastructure. Smartype was designed to work alongside mParticle's data plans, but you can use built-in methods on Smartype's API to forward these user events to any location. Let's set up a Firebase Realtime Database to use as a custom receiver for the user event data we're collecting with Smartype. If you don't already have a Firebase project set up, go to the Firebase homepage and follow the steps to get started. After following the setup steps, click the gear icon on your project's main dashboard, scroll down to the Firebase SDK snippet section, select the config button, and copy the config object for your project. Back in our project, we will npm install Firebase in the directory where we're using the Smartype libraries, then import Firebase into our main TypeScript file. Next, inside the begin method on our MyApp class, we will add our Firebase configuration object and call initializeApp on our Firebase instance, passing in our config object as an argument. Now we're actually going to connect Firebase to Smartype as a receiver to which it can send our strongly typed data messages. If you recall from the video on Smartype Generate, we already created a variable called API and set it equal to an instance of Smartype. This is what gives us access to Smartype's methods within our local namespace, including the view product object that Smartype translated from our original JSON schema. Now we're going to call Smartype's addReceiver method, which can wrap any interface to which we want to send data, including our own in-house processing. In this case, we're adding our Firebase configuration object, which we do by passing the this keyword to addReceiver. In our receive method, we now need to do some work to translate this message to a consumable format for Firebase. Inside receive, we have access to the message object as a JSON string, not as a parsable JSON object. So we'll use JavaScript's json.parse method to convert the message into an object whose values we can access directly. Next, we'll create a local reference to the Firebase object and use Firebase's push method to append our database with an object containing the type-safe properties describing the product our user has viewed. Now, when a user clicks on a product in our application, that product's name, price, category, and availability are sent to Firebase, where it is contained as an object under a unique identifier that Firebase generates for each new entry. To recap, in this video we saw how any engineering team that collects cross-platform user data can benefit from the data quality advantages that Smartype delivers, regardless of where that data is being sent, or whether or not the data collection schema originated from an mParticle data plan. Thanks a lot for following along.